Ever since the Australian Christmas update in 2010, Team Fortress 2 has had annual Smissmas updates. The first 6 added new, year-round maps, as well as new weapons, balance changes, cosmetics, and festive weapon skins. After the Tough Break update, festive weapons were replaced with the Festivizer, which can add Christmas lights to compatible weapons. Balance changes were absent as well. After the Blue Moon update, Festivizer-compatible weapons and new taunts stopped being added. However, Smissmas 2019 started adding tacky, festive-themed war paints. In 2020, Valve added 4 new maps to the game, 3 of which were Christmas-themed, and the other one, PL Pier, was added into the year-round map rotation. In 2021, 6 new maps were added, which were all pretty good. 3 of the maps, CP Altitude, PL Bread Space, and King of the Hill Cascade, were added into the year-round rotation. Both updates also added new taunts. After a really good holiday update, at least in my eyes, I was pretty excited for the next one, especially because I'm not a huge fan of Scream Fortress updates. Sadly, Smissmas 2022 was a letdown. Rumford was good, and Frosty was as good as a Capture the Flag map can be. However, the other maps were pretty bad, especially Frostwatch. Coming off of a milestone for the game, that being a holiday summer update that added a fun new game mode, and a Halloween update that added an okay new game mode, I'm really excited for the Smissmas update this year, and I'm hoping to see some good maps and fun new VScript content. However, the last Smissmas update was lackluster, so I'm pretty anxious as well. I'm going to be giving my opinions on the new content in this update, and I sure hope it's good. Anyway, let's see what this update has in store. And first off, I gotta open my, Secret Saxton! Oh, wait, no, not Secret Saxton. That's the thing I give to people. Gift to Paul, name tag, Manco Orange, description tag. Oh, cool. Cool. Yes! Nice. Mostly Half-Life 2, actually. No! 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 Why? Why would it be Turbine out of every map you could choose? Why would you do Turbine? Alright. Turbine Center is CTF Turbine if it was good. There are 2 new areas on the map. One in the vent, and one on the side of the platform in the Intel Room hallway. They've also changed the cover in the central room to a Christmas tree with presents in the center, with a train circling it, which kills you if it hits you. They've gotten rid of the cargo containers and replaced them with presents in front of the entrances to the main room. I'm a huge fan of the setting, which is a mall during December. It looks really cool. In hindsight, I'm thinking the name is a play on Dead Center, the first campaign in the main story of Left 4 Dead 2, which follows a group of survivors in a zombie apocalypse traveling through Savannah, Georgia, to reach a mall where there's supposed to be an evac center. The last half of the campaign takes place in the mall, where they try to find a way to evacuate the city once they realize the evac center had fallen. Damn! Damn, I did not expect the you snooze, you die. Oh, I forgot how much I love this game. Bam. Okay. Okay. Do not do it. Do it, do it, do it. He's coming. He's coming. Oh no, they killed him. They killed Devilman. No. You think you're real sneaky. You think you're real? You're not real. I'm real. Soldier, there's a guy after me. Uh-oh. Just run. Just run. Run. Just, oh! Trying to remember the keybinds for this game. I've played way too much Left 4 Dead. Where did he go? He is really real. Well, I'm done. Am I not done? Am I not done? Am I not done? Am I not done? I'm not done for. Holy hell. Epic random crit. Epic random crit right there. I do hope they're not just set up in our spawn. I've seen people do that on turbine before. A swing and a miss. Wait, I just had the best idea. Overall, the map has a nice aesthetic, great new additions that make the map much better, and a funny terrain. Bam! Woo! In terms of how fun and well made it is, Turbine Center gets a 7 out of 10. Huge improvement over the original Turbine. I'm so excited for this. I'm so excited for this update. I haven't actually played any of it yet. I still have my Halloween loadouts on, actually. Oh. I remember, since even before I got this game, I would just love to sit and watch whatever competitive gameplay I could find of this map. Damn, I'm getting fucking clowned on. Comps to page. HAARP uses a unique game mode, a combination of attack, defend, and capture the flag, in which Blue is trying to deliver shutdown override codes to a red doomsday device, called the High Frequency Active Auroral Red Project, located in the Arctic, hence the name. Blue must bring the shutdown codes inside an intelligence briefcase to several important areas inside the facility, the control points. The map has 3 stages, where Blue infiltrates the base, weaving between indoor sections and outdoor sections. Red can stop captures by standing in the capture area. However, Blue must capture by bringing the shutdown override codes directly to the desks inside the capture zones. Something that really throws me off is how, after capturing the first point on any stage, the intel respawns at Blue spawn instead of the new point. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. Who? Oh no, it's at home! It's at home! I have to go grab the intel. Uh-oh. I gotta go get the intel. Let's get the intel. Let's get the intel. Go, 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 go. Yes. Okay. No one grabbed the briefcase. Go! 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 Yes! Move! Move up! Move it up! Move it up! No one got... No one! No one! No... I gotta go give it back! I gotta go get the intel back! We forgot the intel! Oh, good. On every stage, the first point is far closer to the blue base, with stage 1 having the furthest away, and, by proxy, easiest to defend first point. The map looks really good, with indoor spy tech sections and outdoor sections featuring communication equipment and a helipad. Honestly, it feels like a Half-Life 2 level, complete with a neat, fancy office-like area at the end of the game, next to the Doomsday weapon. The facility is built into cliffs and just looks really cool, especially the first point of the first stage, with the catwalks and helipad looking extra cool. The map is really well designed, and there aren't any annoying areas other than the large choke point at the end and the open office area, which is basically one long, wide hallway that Blue has to sprint through to get to the last capture point. But, with good communication, Blue team can take ground and push up. I like the map. It's very well made and well designed around the game mode. The briefcase is essential for this game mode to work, as the points are very open and easy for Red to access, and Blue needs to be able to instantly capture the points for the points to be balanced. A small nitpick I have is how the heads-up display breaks when a point is captured with the intel. Whoa! Okay, it's already beautiful. Angie, no! Let me get over there. Whew. Ha! Yes! I like this new game mode. 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 Get him! Yeah! Kill him! Kill him! Oh! Oh no! No! Up there! Look out! Look out! Look out! Oh shit! Alright. Alright. Yeah, no, that's gotta be the new scout taunt. He's blowing a whistle. It must be him red carding. Oh, oh there! The point! The point's over there! The point's over here! The point! Yes! No! Yes! 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 I tried to heal instead I did hurting. Oh no! No! There's a spy in the corner! There's a dead spy in that corner. Damn. The map is really well made in terms of both balance and aesthetics. The game mode is unique and fun, and I really hope this is added to the year-round map pool. There are pretty much no flaws with the map in my opinion. Overall, it's a 10 out of 10. One of the best. Snowtower is Hightower, but snowy and a King of the Hill map. There's an extra path to the top level of the middle tower, and the control point is on the second level of the middle tower. Like Turbine Center, it's a big improvement over the original, especially the fact that the round doesn't last forever. The downside is the fact that the cliff side of the map is basically irrelevant, other than having the full health pack. I assume. I haven't actually been over there, because of how irrelevant it is. It goes much faster than normal Hightower, because it actually has a timer. It also feels more fast-paced than any other King of the Hill maps, likely due to how close the point is to the spawns. The point changes hands often, and the map just looks nice. Come on, come on, do the rocket jump thing. Yes, do the part where you rocket jump, the thing where you fly. Kill him. that guy. No, he's coming. that sniper was doing something. Oh no. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're in overtime, but if we can recapture the point before they go into overtime, we will win. We will win, and we will win forever. And we will go down in the history books as the people who won, not the people who lost. What the? Overall, just like Turbine Center, Snowtower is a major improvement over the original. I think I'll give it a 6 out of 10 on my arbitrary enjoyment scale. Not much else to say. Galleria is a player destruction reskin of Nucleus, also set in a mall during Smissmas, just like Turbine Center. The map has various cool shops, as well as a food court on the ground floor, a nice atmosphere, and a much brighter lighting. The map is set in the 2-Fort Galleria, and has a really cool aesthetic overall. The cinema gives me a kind of 50s vibe, but I'm not really sure if I'm correct about that. The cinema also features several really cool references in the form of movie posters, a few of which I don't get, but are still nice and neat to look at. There's also a cardboard cutout for the movie Saxton Hale's Jungle Inferno. Also, the map has a custom announcer named Sheila, who I'm a fan of. Both teams are trying to bring presents to a Christmas tree in the middle of the ice rink, which is in the center of the map. Speaking of the ice rink, I think it's a really cool mechanic. It's the first use I can think of actual slippery ice, although I think similar slippery mechanics have been used in Scream Fortress maps, which I don't really care for and only play in the hopes of getting a bat out of hell. Anyway, back to the ice rink. Sometimes it can be a bit annoying, because lack of control in a video game is never fun, unless there's a cool cutscene going on. It can make it hard to stay inside the actual capture zone, and this capture zone and its surroundings is probably the most open one in any player destruction map. When the capture zone closes, so does the ice rink around it. While the ice rink is closed, an ice resurfacer circles the tree, killing anyone it comes in contact with, similarly to the train and turbine center. The only gameplay I recorded for Galleria, I was really salty for some reason, so I'm not going to show it here. Moving on, Galleria is a neat map, but I didn't quite like it. Probably also because I'm not really a fan of Nucleus in the first place. But, objectively, somewhat at least, I think Galleria deserves a 7 out of 10, just like Turbine Center. Carrier is similar to Crasher, in that there's one player on a team who's a massive giant carrying a bomb to the enemy base, and as a result, there's massive sightlines. The key differences are the following. Only Blue gets a giant. The map is an attack-defend map instead of the capture-the-flag map. Blue team's carrier is a giant robot of whatever class they're playing, and the bomb is reset whenever a point is captured or the carrier dies. The carrier has a shit ton of effects, and they're as follows. Mini crits, 2 times gravity, 3 times if you're playing medic, far increased max health that scales to the amount of players on red team, similarly to Saxton Hale and the bosses, immunity to backstabs, immunity to fall damage, 25% crit resistance, explosives that don't explode on impact bounce off faster, 80% reduction in knockback from damage, 100% reduction in air blast vulnerability, and 100% of ammo is restored every second. As for negative stats, minus 75% health from medics, minus 95% health from health kits, minus 100 max overheal, minus 50 movement speed, and you can't cloak if you decide to become a carrier's spy. Also, because you're a giant, your reach is decreased, so you can't use melee weapons, and I'm pretty sure dispensers don't work on you. Annoyingly, carriers can get stuck when taking teleporters, even when the exit is just out in the open, not in any buildings. Alright, I am incredibly valuable right now. What? Why the fuck can't I? Enough about the carrier. How about playing normally? Well, it's pretty good and pretty fun, with one major exception. The sight lines. Because the map needs to be accessible to massive-ass robots, there happen to be massive-ass sight lines. The biggest sightline is from the red cargo container all the way to the cliff near the first point, through the main second point hallway. There's also sightlines from red base all the way to the hallway. There are all sorts of crisscrossing sightlines crossing through the hallway. That is a redundant sentence. They're all annoying, not much else to say. The sightlines make it virtually impossible to walk past or through the hallway if red team has a competent sniper. It's not all that bad from red's perspective, mainly because if you have snipers, blue can't leave the hallway, or enter it if they haven't captured the first point yet. The sightlines are much better before the first point is captured, however, because a massive door leading to the aforementioned massive hallway is blown apart upon capture. The map really encourages playing around the carrier, because the carrier can't really defend itself very well on its own, and other blue players need cover from the carrier because, well... Damn it! Oh, Shit! Nope. There's a guy there. There we go. Here we go, snipers. Snipers are giving us the upper hand yet again. Not yet again. Oh shit. He saw my red dot. Damn it! Overall, carrier's pretty good. Go, go, go. I did that single fucking handedly. I saved it single-handedly. Whew. Spy. Ha! He got telefragged! He got telefragged! Hell yeah! And playing as a carrier is really fun most of the time. The sightlines make it really hard to enjoy though. Carrier gets like a 6.5 out of 10, but decimals don't count, so rounding up, it's a 7 out of 10. Camber's got a lot of problems, so let me try and go through them point by point. Overall, Camber is very one-sided in favor of blue. From my perspective, the map has too many side and flank routes that are far more easily accessible to blue. The first point is too close to blue's spawn, and unlike some other maps, blue isn't at a height disadvantage. In fact, they're at a height advantage. The point is practically on their doorstep, only a short turn away from spawn. Red doesn't really have anywhere good to set up, other than right on the point, which is still easily accessible from the second point, which is, in turn, easily accessible to blue. The other possible defense point is behind a wall near the cliff, but it doesn't really work, because there's only a small ammo pack, and it's covered by a sightline from blue spawn. The flank routes head right past the first point, well into the path toward the second point. The main flank heads right into a big building and into the big open area where red defends the second point. If red can't fall back fast enough or get rolled and stuck in respawn, they have very little chance of being able to defend second. Moving on to second, there are way too many ways for blue to destroy red nests. The obvious spot to nest in is this building on the cliff with a large ammo kit, but it can be easily spammed out and shot at from the window in the building across, and can also just be walked up to from the open area below. NGs can also just set up and spread out across the open area, covering the main area and the flanked out route. Still, this can be spammed out, although less so. The roof next to the window is actually buildable, but only accessible through the aforementioned flank route, which Blue usually controls. While retreating from first, or just on rollout, because first is usually a lost cause, you can make the tricky jump from the window, which is accessible from the top balcony in the big room where the cart goes through, place a telly and dispenser, then head back to spawn, build a sentry, take your telly back to the roof, and set up a nest to support your team from above. I sure as hell hope this isn't patched out, because the second point would be pretty much undefendable if it was. The strategy here is pretty much just spread out as much as possible, and be coordinated with your team in order to make sure Blue can't break through. This spot on the roof can be shot at and spammed out from the cliffside building across the way and the window itself from a certain angle. The third is a spiral, which is already really hard to defend, and the actual point is in a long, straight corridor which Blue has a route to from their new spawn that exits in front of the second point at the end of the corridor, meaning you have to defend the cart and the flank, which closes you in. The point is extra accessible to Blue, and it's basically another free capture. The flank heads in front of the point, like I said before, but it also heads in front of the third point, yada yada yada. Anyway, now, last but not least, Red's main mine. Camber's last point is the best, but that's not saying much. If you can set up a defense next to the silo, it's probably your best option. However, there are two more flank routes that can head behind the nest. The much more common option is to set up close to the spawn doors or in the cliffside shack, where it's much harder to flank as Blue. Blue's only flank heads right next to the main nesting area. The other spawn door leads to an area which could be used as a spot for a sentry nest when the cart gets too close to the point, but is usually just a place for snipers. This point, while being far more balanced than the others, is still in favor of Blue. Can't quite put my finger on why, however, I also don't know how to actually rebalance these. So, this whole bit has been all criticism, no construction. They're everywhere! Tended hard. Hey! Killing spree, killing spree, killing spree. Let's bring it up. Let's bring up the kill streak a bit more. They're coming up, they're coming up, they're coming up on the flank. I don't... That's the... Jesus. Scout on the flank. I don't know why I'm saying this out loud. They clearly can't hear me. Jesus, no. No. No, you can't end my kill streak now. Go! Kill. Murder. Murder. Yes. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Medic. Medic. No! Shit, shit, shit. Alright. Aha. Oh! Oh! You would have died of fall damage, I think. Heavy. Heavy. Heavy gaming. Heavy gaming up there. Another killing spree. Alright. It all comes down to right now. Will we defeat the Blues? I know about your stupid little hiding spot now. Oh no! Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. BLK 750. What a time to join. Tasty crit. Yep. I can Shit. Alright, yes. You got this. Defend. Yes! Overall, Camber gets a 5 out of 10. There's still opportunity for fun, but it's not really great. The map just feels way too easily accessible to Blue. Feels like Blue has way too many options. Krampus is a King of the Hill map, taking place on a snowy night in a German town in the Black Forest. The map itself isn't really anything remarkable, but it's pretty good. The map is fun and looks nice. The real focus, though, is Krampus, the boss of the map. He's come to avenge Old Nick, and every so often he shows up to patrol the center of the map, chasing down players and throwing hot coals from the basket on his back. He's very well designed. He looks very good, and he's actually kind of scary. Chasing down red and blue players at random and giving them a chance to escape after hitting them with his melee once, because of the knockback, is a really good idea for a boss fight. It's also just nice to have another boss fight, since Smissmas isn't that great. Krampus's voice acting is also amazing. One small problem I have is that often, Krampus will stay mostly on one side of the map, allowing the opposite team to set up around the point. When Krampus dies, he spawns a portal that leads to this map's underworld, which takes place in what I assume is the Black Forest. And it's just two converging paths leading to a bridge and then a gateway back to the town. There are small health kits on the bridge and where the paths converge. When you escape, you gain crits and ubercharge, and show up next to the center area. I love this underworld. It's one of my favorites. It's short, but the aesthetics are great, and it's well designed. I'm a fan of the darkness implemented here, just how dark it is. I think it's really neat. Unlike the other, larger maps, I don't have much else to say about Krampus. It's a good map with a fun and well-made center area, and a lovely, well-made boss. The map looks good and flows well, and even without the boss, it'd still be fun. Even though it wouldn't be as fun. Overall, Krampus gets a 9 out of 10. One of the best maps added in this update. One thing I did forget to mention, though, while writing the script, is that there isn't a truce mechanic for the boss, unlike there has been for every other boss in the game. And while this is pretty cool, it can also be pretty annoying. Or, well, actually, that Horseless Headless Horseman doesn't have a truce mechanic either. But, you know what? Whatever. It's still a really good map. 9 out of 10, like I said earlier. Hacksaw is pretty good. I find it much more fun than its Halloween counterpart, especially because of the absence of pumpkin bombs, bosses, and a stupid race at the end, which decides who wins. The aesthetics are better than the original, and I think the map is just fun. Not too much else to say about it. It's a version of an already okay map with all the annoying stuff removed. I like the mechanic that the center pit has, with the wind blowing and pushing you up when you're inside it. I also like how the map ends, with the rocket blowing over and crashing into the enemy base like a disappointing foam rocket launcher. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna follow that, Oh, we just sent a rocket into their main base. Alright. The pun with hacking during the map's final stages is also funny. Hacking as in hacking a console, but also hacking apart the console. You see, I explained the joke, so that makes it funnier, right? My two biggest problems with the map are as follows. 1, the map is very cramped in pretty much every place, making many matchups and playing Spy in general very annoying and nigh impossible. 2. Placing a sentry gun above the consoles pretty much locks down the entire area, making it nearly impossible to push against a team capturing. Another problem I have is that once a team gets their carts to the consoles, they pretty much own the entire area, and the match is basically over. Also, I don't know how to explain it, but the map can be very easy to steamroll on, or get steamrolled on. We got 4 people on the cart. That is the most useless teleporter ever. What the? Whoa, whoa, whoa. What is this? I don't like it. I know that's actually not a spy. I think another good thing about this is that this map isn't going to have that dumb underworld race, which no one complains about on Bonesaw, but everyone complains about on Gravestone, even though it's basically the same mechanic. Overall, Hacksaw is a better lit, funnier, and more fun version of a Halloween map, without Halloween shenanigans. Let's give it a 7 out of 10. It's a good map, and a really good payload race map. Banana Bay is still better, though. It even does the whole going around the entire map thing far better. You know what? Maybe Hacksaw gets a 6 out of 10 instead. Moving on. Emerge is okay. It takes place in an Alaskan industrial complex with some snow scattered around the ground. It's meant to be a compact payload map with only 3 points, which are all pretty close together. The first point is okay. With enough coordination, Blue can break through red defenses, but there are plenty of places to set up those defenses. However, with sentries in the right places and a coordinated defense, you can completely lock down the first point, especially because a single sentry in the right spot can view every exit from Blue's area outside of spawn, every single way Blue has to get to the point. The second point is sort of far away from the first in terms of the cart track, but it's much closer in terms of walking distance. Unless Red was using the farthest back possible defense, Blue can pretty much just walk to second while one person pushes the cart. Especially because if Blue is able to capture the first point, it will likely result in a bunch of people dying, which will have them sitting in respawn while Blue pushes second. And because this is a compact map, unlike, say, Upward, where Red Team does often get fucked by Blue Team and stuck in respawn, Upward has a much longer track to second point. However, Emerge does not. And also, Emerge's spawn is a bit far away. The third point is pretty good. Just like Camber, the last point is the best. It's got actual distinct routes for Blue to take, and good areas for Red to defend. It does feel cramped, however, due to the map's compact nature. The last point flows well and has a good back and forth between the teams, with plenty of places to set up staging areas and defensive nests on either side. So, in summary, first map, very red-centric, very red-dominant. First point, I mean. Second point, very blue-dominant. Third point, pretty even, but I do think Blue has an edge. Overall, while the concept of a compact payload map is neat, I don't think it was executed very well in Emerge, which is a damn shame because I really want this idea to work. Emerge gets a 6 out of 10. Local restaurant versus large corporation. Who wins? Is that what's going on here? Whichever has the better hit squad. Brew takes place in a town during autumn, where a local diner is trying to take over an old geezer brewery. The map is downright beautiful, both inside and outside the old geezer brewery. I love the autumn-themed trees and ground, orange leaves all over the ground and on the trees. And as far as I know, these haven't been used anywhere else in official maps. And the brewing tanks inside the facility definitely haven't been used anywhere else, I think. For some reason, the brewery has pitfalls, which, why are there massive empty pits in a brewery? There are also real, actual roads, like in Phoenix, which I'm a huge fan of seeing in TF2. Some of Blue's trucks are missing textures, but it's not too big of a bother. There's apparently a giant head inside the brewery, referencing Aperture Desk Job, but I haven't seen it. The map also plays really well. Apparently, sentries can shoot through a wall in a building overlooking the first point, but I haven't experienced this myself. The map is fun and pretty balanced. In this footage you're watching, my team gets steamrolled, but steamrolls even happen on great maps like Badwater, so it just takes a really skilled team. Some exceptions exist, like Hacksaw. Anyway. I'm a big fan of the obvious sense of progression in this map. Blue goes from their also very neat-looking diner/gas station and its parking lot, through the wooden buildings, gravel paths, and main street of the town, to the office-like front area in the brewery, and finally to the massive, industrial, actual brewery, complete with catwalks and such. I also like how they expand on one of the random companies seen in posters and such around other maps. I think it's really neat to see an old geezer brewery, an actual old geezer brewery. One thing I don't like is how there's a bunch of unplayable space dedicated to this river. I'm pretty sure it's been the cause of my game lagging a few times while I'm playing the map, but, can't be super sure. I don't have much else to say. I'm pretty salty and angry in this footage, so let's move on. Brew is fun and looks wonderful. 8 out of 10. I really like this map. These new maps were amazing. I had a bunch of fun playing them, and I hope some of them get added to the year-round map pool, just like Altitude, Pier, Cascade, and Breadspace. In fact, I figured it'd be fun to speculate on which maps are leaving the holiday-only circulation, so that's what I'm going to do to end off the video. First off, the ones that obviously aren't going to be added. These maps are either festive reskins of maps already in the game, similarly to Snowfall and Snowville, or blatantly Smissmas themed, such as Whatville or Polar. Galleria, Snowtower, and Turbine Center are reskins of maps already in the game. Krampus features a festive-themed boss fight, and boss fights in this game are kept inside of the Halloween rotation usually. It's easy and reasonable to assume that Krampus will follow suit, but in the Smissmas rotation this time. Carrier is also likely staying in the Smissmas pool, due to the little Christmas lights strung between the outdoor buildings. Just like Rumford, it probably won't come to the year-round rotation because of these small decorations. I also think it's too wacky to stay year-round. Now for the two maps that are 100% coming to the year-round rotation. Camber and Brew have nothing, absolutely nothing Smissmas related in them. So I feel pretty confident in my assertion that they're staying year-round. Emerge, HAARP, and Hacksaw are also probably coming to the year-round rotation, though I can't say that for sure because of the prominent snow in the maps. I say this because I'm still kind of angry that they just didn't remove the Smissmas props from Rumford and add it to the year-round rotation, or just add the normal, greener version of the map into the year-round pool. I really hope to see these maps, especially HAARP. My alarm just Wow. Anyway, these new maps were amazing, even if my alarm interrupted my script. I absolutely loved them, and I think this is a great improvement over the previous Smissmas update. Anyway, now that I'm done talking your ear off, I wish you a Happy New Year!